Hey guys, welcome back to Crash Landing. Now in today's episode we're going to carry on with the PneumaticCraft stuff that we were doing in the last episode. And since the last episode I've actually made something that was actually part of a quest that I didn't actually see in the quest book. So after the putting pressure to work quest, we unlocked exposure, blueprint for success, and also this losing air quest, which I didn't see. So these pressure chamber interfaces basically make it a lot easier for you to put items in and out of the pressure chamber. You don't actually have to keep breaking blocks. You can just use these chamber interfaces. So one has to be set to have the input facing out and one has to be set for the output facing out. So you kind of have to place them differently. Also, I've got these kind of automated. So I've got item ducts with pneumatic servos in to pull anything out of the chest. So this is my input. Obviously it's taking stuff out of the chest and into there, and this is the output, taking stuff from the chamber and into the chest. Also, I made an item life upgrade. Let's just see how we make that. It's just apples, lapis, and a clock. So yeah, stuff will despawn if you leave it in here longer than 5 minutes. The regular Minecraft despawn time for items. So yeah, I actually left almost a stack of iron in here to turn into compressed iron. I came back like 10 minutes later and it was all gone. And I felt like such an idiot. Also, we have a friend. Oh, and I think I may have just looked at him. Please. Please don't be mad. Okay, we're cool. I think we're cool. So, this is basically just going to make it a lot easier for us to make stuff using the pressure chamber. We don't have to keep breaking blocks and losing loads of pressure. However, you will still lose a little bit of pressure every time these chambers open and close. So you can actually put filters on these, which is really useful because if we put something in here and it will actually try and pull it out as soon as it finds an item. So you have to kind of specify what it needs to pull out. So you can do this in different ways using this filter. I'm going to press O quickly to get rid of any I. So you could do it by item name. I think the default is this. So items, you basically just put an item like that, and it's going to only pull out that item. Or you can choose items from the creative thing, or you can just type stuff in. So if I only wanted it to pull out an etching acid bucket, you just type etching, and then it will only pull that out. Pretty simple, pretty easy to use. So let's take a look. In fact, we can actually claim this quest because I've already made those. I'll quickly show you how to craft those up. So I think it's pretty easy. Pressure. Okay, so you need these, just compressed iron, a hopper, and these pneumatic cylinders. And you get these from rain or blue plastic, which you get from rain plant seeds, and also a cannon. The cannon's quite easy to make. Let me just show you how to make those seeds. So the rain plant seed's quite easy, it's just lapis and a grass seed. And I basically just farmed a load of those, so I've got some extra. And made a bunch of blue plastic, so we can get started and start throwing stuff in. So first, let's claim that reward. I think I'm going to go for the reward bag. I mean, pneumatic servos are quite hard to make, but they won't be very soon. Soon I'll have all the items needed. In fact, I think I've got all the stuff needed now. You just need smeltery bricks, which is the main problem for those, so we should be okay for that. Item ducts, really easy, so I'm going to pick the reward bag, and I'm going to hope... Oh no, we get all of them. Stupid, I always do that. So yeah, reward bag. I really hope that there's something good in there, because so far, the one reward bag that I've had, it kind of sucked. It's a good one, so I'm not going to be very hopeful. It's probably just going to be cold water. Yep, cold water. Merely okay reward. No, that's a pretty terrible reward, to be honest, if you ask me. Okay, so the next quest is to make an empty PCB or to do this blueprint for success. So I believe we can do this right now. I've got all the stuff that we need. I've got the etching acid, which we made in the last episode. I've got compressed iron, plastic sheets, and I brought an emerald down from our chest. So manual submit. I get a PCB blueprint and a bucket back because it took my bucket from the etching acid. Cool, so now the only thing left to do is to make some empty PCBs. So get started on laying the foundation for pretty much all technological progression. The PCB. To start, you simply need to toss a compressed iron ingot and a piece of green plastic in the pressure chamber. Cool, so I think I'm going to make quite a few of these because they're obviously going to be really useful, and we'll probably need quite a lot of them. So I'm thinking, let's make 4 at least for now. And we just throw these in here. That should take them, because I've got a pneumatic servo, it should take more than one stack of items at a time. If it's just regular redstone signal like a leaf, oh, I forgot to specify. So there we go. That basically pulled out all the items as soon as they were in there, so not great. Yeah, I accidentally pressed the record button and stopped recording. That was clever. Right, so have you pulled that out? You have. Okay, so let's specify empty, and hopefully it will only pull out the empty PCB when that's ready. Now, let's throw those in there. And hopefully, it's pretty cool, this little interface. You can kind of see the doors opening and closing. Now, hopefully that will make what we need it to make. Is that going to go in? There we go. It's a little bit slow. Have we got enough pressure? It's gone down from 4 to 3, so may have to put a little bit more charcoal in there, but it looks like it's made them. Cool, so now we take these. You're going to give me all of them, or just one at a time? There we go. Do you stack? Why do you not stack with that one? Strange. Now none of them stack. That is weird. Okay, anyway, let's claim that request because we made that quest because we made it. So I think that's only step 1, so we're going to have to do something else. Step 2, next up, toss the empty PCB into a UV light box. Then you simply have to wait. While you can pull the PCB out before it fully processes, there is a chance it will fail the last step, the etching. If you don't like the long wait, you may wish to install a few speed upgrades in the light box. So we have to make a light box. Let's see how we do that. I believe we're going to need this PCB blueprint, which is okay because the blueprint task is repeatable, so we can do that again in 1 day, apparently. 1 day and 22 hours. Okay, so let's see what we need for the light box. I think it's quite simple. So yeah, it's just the PCB blueprint, a pressure tube, some compressed iron, and redstone lamps. I believe I've got everything we need, actually. So I've got the tube, I've got the lamps, and I've got those, and we just put the PCB... Was it PCB in the middle? No, it was the blueprint, wasn't it? Okay, so UV light box. Now, this thing is probably going to require pressure to work, so we may have to put it up here, just like hanging off the wall for a second. Do you need pressure? You do need pressure. Okay, so let's get some pressure tubes. And I guess we just pipe it straight into that. Cool, we lost a tiny bit, but all the pressure seems to have stabilized, and it should even out the pressure, so whatever we've got in here, it will take a little bit from that and put it in here, or maybe it just equals out, I'm not too sure. Anyway, let's put an empty PCB in here, and it's going to take quite a while, but eventually, as you can see, the little bar at the bottom is going to go from 0% to 100%, so this is basically the chance of success for the etching. And I believe for the etching, we're going to need another etching acid bucket. So if we quickly take a look at that, I can kind of remember how to make it. So water bucket, 2 spider eye, 2... Yeah, okay, so let's go and get those. We've got the plastic on us. Also, I made myself some footlongs. These are really, really good stuff. Okay, so rotten flesh, gunpowder, that stuff, really easy to get. Spider eyes. I'm not too sure if I've got many spider eyes, to be honest. May actually have to go and kill a few spiders. Let's check in here. Nope. I've got 1 spider eye in there. No, I guess we are going to have to kill some spiders. Or a spider. Okay, I've got my needle gun. Okay, let's be careful about this because it is dark. In fact, we could probably try and sleep. I moved my bed down to the basement so we can actually sleep. I think we're far enough away from monsters that we can, which is good. So let's do that. And hopefully it leaves a few spiders alive. We can go and get some spider eyes. Also, I've expanded my farm, got loads of wheat here. I forgot to say about wheat. Wheat is a very important crop as well, so I've got loads of, well, wheat or rice or basically anything that you can make bread from. So we got loads and loads of soybeans, loads of peanuts, loads of bread, and loads of fruits as well, so we are good for food. Wow, that was a pretty big harvest. 31 soybeans. Oh yes. So let's throw those in there, get them processing, and let's go kill a spider if we can. I should probably also grab some armor. I've enchanted my iron armor because I can. Only with level 1 enchantments, obviously, because I don't have any bookshelves around at the moment. How are we doing for water? Let's put on a fresh camel pack and let's go and kill some spiders. Please drop a spider eye. The only time I would ever want you to drop a spider eye. Nope, he didn't drop anything. Let's go and check out this one. Also, you can kind of see how jumpy the frame rate gets with this thing. Kind of strange. Please don't despawn. Please drop spider eye. Let's go over there. See if we got anything. Yes, he did. Thank you. You beautiful spider. Ooh. We have friends. Cool. Right, so this sword should allow me... No, I said should, not will. Should allow me to jump over and up onto this. So let's try it from the corner. Seems like the best place. So if I jump and use that, it's going to give me a nice little boost. Pretty cool. Let's actually go into F5 and see how high that higher boost that gives me. That's pretty huge. That is pretty huge. Also, I need to get rid of that log up there because that is going to be problematic. Cool. Anyway, let's go down and let's make the etching acid. So we've got that, and what else was it? It was a water bucket as well. And I think there was one more thing, wasn't there? Let's quickly check. Oh yeah, the plastic. We've got plenty of plastic. Cool, so let's just throw that in our chest. And we should be able to get some etching acid. 1, 2. And the water bucket. Almost forgot the water bucket. And that should work out fine. How is this guy doing? 47%, not bad. We're actually losing a bit of pressure. Let's go and get some more charcoal. I might see if coal works in that actually, because I've got quite a lot of coal from sifting gravel. Loads of it actually. Also, I've been putting some more gravel in here. I made a really easy, or kind of like an automated gravel maker thing. Basically just using a block placer to place cobblestone from the barrel, and you break it and this will basically just place one pretty much instantly after breaking it. So just an easier way of making gravel from cobblestone. You don't have to keep laying it out and then breaking it. Cool, so let's throw that in there because we don't need it, and let's go check out if this thing will take charcoal. Also, munch a foot long. Cool, so, I mean, coal. Will you take coal? You will. Okay, so let's put a few pieces in there. I don't want it to go over the 5 mark. This thing looks like it's done. Have you got an etching acid bucket for me? Oops. Yeah, try and remember to reset your filter as well. Otherwise it might despawn. I think if it's actually stuck, like this thing will take it into the, like once it's been processed, I think this will take it into the interface and it will just leave it there. I don't think it will despawn, but you never know. So we're going to need this to do the etching. And I believe we're also going to need somewhere to put it. So I'm going to grab some micro blocks and set up a little place for us to do the etching. And I'll be right back. Okay, so this thing just hit 100%. Let's take it out and put another one in just so we're not wasting any time. I don't think this actually consumes pressure. I'm not too sure. It might do. Anyway, let's check the quest book. I believe we have to hand this in now. So manual detect. And we get to claim these rewards. So transistor, capacitors, and compressed iron. Nice. Okay, so the next part is the etching. So now you have an empty PCB. What do you do with it? Simple. You drop it in a hole and pour etching acid over it. It takes 5 minutes to process, so you are going to want to pick it up a few times, both to check on the process and to make sure it doesn't despawn. You will need transistors and capacitors for this step, 3 of each. Recipes are in NEI. Then it is a simple matter of combining those with an unassembled PCB, and then you're done. Don't worry, there's a better way to do this that will be covered later. Okay, so acid. We've made the acid. We've got the unassembled PCB. The last step is to actually turn that into a printed circuit board. So we need to, as it said, we need to throw this in some acid. So just here I've got a place where we can put down a bucket of acid and it's not going to pour out anywhere. Cool, and I guess we just throw that in there and leave it for a little while. I'm going to have to keep picking it up and checking on it, obviously. Luckily we can just get close to that and it's going to pick it up. Etching process 3%, so yeah, pretty cool. It's already done 3%. Let's actually check how we make capacitors and resistors, because I'm going to need some more of those. Capacitor is lightning plant, plastic, redstone, and compressed iron. How do we get lightning plant? I think I already got some, actually. Cyan and that stuff. Okay, so how about resistors? What? Wait, was it a resistor or was it not a resistor? Let me just check that quickly. Capacitor? Oh, transistor. Okay. Transistor. And that is squid plant seeds. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to get some squid plant seeds at some point. Let's, I'm just going to go through the quests quickly and see where that was. Okay, so I did claim the squid plant seeds from this quest, so that's all good. We've got those. We just need to make some more, and we also need to make the lightning plant seeds. So let's grab some lapis and a piece of cactus, and we can make some cyan dye. Let's cook up the cactus into cactus green, obviously. Also get rid of these bones. Thank you. And we just turn that into cyan. Combine it with a grass seed. And that should give us lightning plant seeds. Now, all of these PneumaticCraft seeds do some weird things. Like, let me demonstrate. Let's grab a bucket. And let's actually make a little place for us to test these out. So squid plant seeds, they have to be planted on water, basically. So you throw them on some water and it should plant. And you can use bone meal. Let's just grab a few bones. You can use bone meal to grow it. So 1, 2 will get it to fully grown. You can punch this to get more seeds. Or I believe if you bone meal it again, any of these seeds, if you bone meal them more than twice, so 3 times to get the fully grown thing, it's actually going to do something strange. Just like that. So this guy, the squid plant seed, popped out a squid. Interesting. And we got 2 ink sacs from that, so that's pretty cool. You can get squids from that, and I'm curious as to what the other plant seeds do. I believe creeper seeds are going to blow up. Obviously, potion plant seeds, that sounds interesting. So does chopper plant, so I think I'm going to test these a little bit. That'll be the creeper plant seeds blowing up there. So I'm going to grow a few more of these. In fact, I don't really need to. That gave me another... It is giving me potion effects. That gave me resistance. I bet it's got some troll effects in there as well, like poison and stuff like that. Don't really want to try that out too much. lightning plant, I can kind of guess what that's going to do. It's probably going to set things on fire, so don't know if I really want to do that. Let's try out the chopper plant seeds. See what they do. 1, 2, 3. What the hell? Interesting. So basically just like spurted out some seeds. That is weird. That is really weird. Okay, so while I was waiting for my PCB to get etched, I actually went upstairs and started farming some squid plant seeds, and I made some lightning plant seeds. I'm not too sure if I included that. Let's just check how you make them quickly, just in case I didn't. So cyan dye and grass seeds, really easy to make. And I've been farming some of those because we need those to make capacitors and transistors. So capacitors is lightning plant seeds or lightning plant plastic, and that will turn into those. And the other one is squid plant seeds, I believe. So recipes, no, not recipes. Recipe for that. Squid plant seeds, redstone, and compressed iron. So let's turn some of these seeds into plastic. Let's keep at least one back. How many shall we make? 3 is what we need. Let's make 9 of each, I guess. So let's throw those in there. And what's it going to begin with? Okay, it's just going to come straight back out, I know. So it's got to say plastic. So let's just set that filter and let's throw them back in. And let's pick this up and throw it back in again because I don't want it to despawn. I don't want another one to despawn. So it's already at 68%. That's pretty good. Shouldn't be too long before that's finished. Why does this door keep going? It's made one piece. Are you taking them one at a time? There we go. We got all of them. So let's throw these in as well. Hopefully that will... You don't really need to set the filter again. That should be plastic as well. And we can use these to make more capacitors and transistors. And these we can make full-on PCBs with, as well as network things. So printed circuit board is what we need. Okay, let's check this quickly. 94%. I may have to find a more permanent way of doing the etching thing. That seems a bit amateur. Okay, so let's just do 3 of each for now. So 3, I need some redstone as well, don't I? Let's pick that up. And that is complete. So unassembled PCB. May have to turn that into a quest. I'm not sure. We'll check in a second. Let's grab some redstone. So I need 1 piece. Yeah, 1 block should be fine. 1 piece per capacitor or transistor. So 1, 2, 3 redstone, 1, 2, 3 plastic, and 3 compressed iron. These should give us the capacitors, and if we do the same with the squid plant plastic, then it will give us transistors. Cool. So let's see if we can hand a quest in now. Etching. Printed circuit board, last step. I guess we actually have to make it and it will detect it. I don't have the printed circuit board, I only have the assembled PCB, so let's go and turn it into a printed circuit board. Luckily they give us the things we need. Is it? I think it's transistors closest and then capacitors on the outside. Yeah. Printed circuit board. Hopefully that will detect that we've made one. And it does, and we get a printed circuit board back. So does that mean we get 2? Have we now got 2 printed circuit boards? That would be cool. We do. Sweet. I'm going to throw the spare one in there for now. How far is this other one done? Not too bad. Ah, we forgot to specify. So what are we making? We are making capacitors, weren't we? So let's just do that so it pulls all the stuff out. Yeah, you should always set your filters before throwing items in, I guess. Okay, so capacitor. Okay, hopefully that works. And let's see what we have next on the quest book. So, upgraded. Need to make speed upgrades, which requires a brewing stand. Not going to happen anytime soon. We have to go back to the city to do that, to kill some blazes. Also, we have to make a Pneumaticraft wrench. Oh, charging station. A lot of Pneumaticraft gadgets require charging with compressed air before they can be used. Do realize the charging station balances air pressure between the item being charged and the rest of the system. If the tool has more bars of pressure than the rest of the air pressure network, it will actually discharge. That's good to know. Perhaps YouTube spotlights a better and more thorough understanding of this mod. Okay, so we've already made, well, we haven't made the charging station, but we picked one up from the city. We need to make a Pneumaticraft wrench. Let's see how we do that. Wrench. So we need an air canister, some plastic made from burst plant seeds. How do we get burst plant? Grey dye. Okay. Okay, so we need ink sac, and I've actually got ink sacs. Well, I did actually. I threw them over here, and they probably despawned, so I don't have ink sacs anymore. Unless I put them in here. No, I didn't. Well, that sucks. Have you made capacitors? You have. Thank you. Cool, so now we have the ability to make printed circuit boards, and these are used for a lot of things. Loads of Pneumaticraft stuff, as well as, I believe, Mine Factory Reloaded machine frames is the most important thing. And these PRX logic expansion cards. Wow, so let's actually see what it's going to take to make a grinder or something along those lines. Looks quite simple, but then the machine frame requires this logic expansion card, so we need to start working on making those, as well as making some Electrum and Invar. I've already made some Invar, but I haven't made Electrum. Electrum's pretty simple to make. So I believe we can actually craft one of these up. We just need to put that in a crafting table with some plastic and redstone. And then we could actually make a grinder today, to be honest. That's not too hard. So maybe I'll do some work on that. Have you made transistor? Oh, it's not a resistor, is it? It's a transistor. Stupid. Okay, so I'm going to make some more transistors and capacitors off camera. I'm kind of having a nightmare with this this filter thing, so I'll do that stuff off camera so I'm not wasting any more time, and also keep running out of pressure, so I guess this thing does consume pressure as it works. Let's check out some more quests. So we've unlocked ramping up as well, so that wants us to make a grinder and a reactant dynamo. We need a stable power source, and I believe a reactant dynamo provides a perfect solution. Build a dark place to trap those monsters that roam the night, feed them to a grinder, and pipe the results straight into a dynamo. So it should be enough to run quite a few machines, I think. Pretty cool. One grinder will provide enough mob essence and gunpowder for 2, possibly 3 reactant dynamos. Amazing. So that is going to be my next plan, is to make a nice little mob farm. This one's kind of becoming redundant now anyway. Not many things actually go in there and die, so I think I'm going to get rid of the lazy loot trench, and we'll actually make a proper mob farm. However, I would like to actually, I'm starting to think that a base is a good idea. I don't really want to spend the entire series just under this ship digging out stuff, so I may actually, because our wall goes all the way down to here, on the end of the wall, I may actually build a base, and then we can start moving all of our stuff in there. That's mainly going to be like a workshop for any machines, like Pneumaticraft stuff, smeltery stuff, the high oven, and I think down here I'll have it just like tree farms and food and stuff like that. Some less important stuff maybe. I'm not too sure. That I'll probably have to work on that stuff off camera. Let's try and get at least one more quest done today, I guess. So let's check getting chilly. You may have noticed it is more than a little warm on this planet. Before your brain fries, let's set up a way for you to cool down. Provide me with enough power and some water, and I can provide you a way to chill water. To beat the heat. Don't lose this reward, you only get one shot. Interesting, so water on its own cools you by 0.5 degrees and maxes out at 37 degrees. Cold water cools you by 0.1 degrees and will give you hypothermia if you drink too much. We need to make a leadstone flux capacitor and a water bottle. No, 4 water bottles. And that'll give us iron and snow. What do we... I don't get what we do with the iron and the snow. Can we not make a glacial precipitator then? We can... Oh, that's why we need the snow. Aha, so we need the 2 snow blocks to make a glacial precipitator, and then that's going to make infinite amounts of snow and ice. Sweet. Okay, so that is a good idea. Leadstone flux capacitor, I could make one of those, I think, but I have got some in my chest somewhere, so I wonder if it has to be fully charged. I'll take a non-charged one, and 4 water bottles, it said. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try and manual submit that. Aha, it did work. Cool, so we got the snow and some iron. Iceberg. Okay, now you have snow. Quick, before it melts, use it to build a glacial precipitator, obviously. A snowball and a water bottle will give you the cold water, useful if you get overheated. Does that mean it's actually going to melt? I really, really hope it's not going to melt in my inventory. That would suck so badly. How do we make glacial precipitator? We need a machine frame, we need electrum, and that PRX logic expansion card. We need to make electrum, which is silver and gold. 1, 2 gold, 1, 2 silver. Okay, let's go quickly make those, and hopefully this doesn't melt. That's got me so worried now. So worried. Let's get rid of our redstone clock, otherwise it will keep pulling everything out. Silver dust, please don't melt, snow. Please don't melt. I need you. I need you in my life. Okay, so our electrum is ready. Let's put our redstone clock. Basically, if you have a redstone clock here, it's going to basically keep activating your faucets. It will pour out anything, any liquid metal that's in there. It won't pick and choose, so be careful. It will just pull everything out. Okay, we only need 2 electrum. And we also need to turn that, or turn one of our PCBs into a PRX logic expansion card. I believe I left it down here. Aha, printed circuit board. Now, what did we need to turn it into one of those? Redstone and the plastic sheets. Plastic sheets, I think I put some in here. I need more redstone though. The snow hasn't melted. Hopefully it doesn't melt. Maybe he was just trolling, and I hope he was just trolling, because that would really suck. Let's get the copper and the gold, and I need quite a lot more redstone. Let's make the thing that we're going to need, that thing, the reception coil. And let's turn that printed circuit board into a expansion card. Was it? I can't remember where we put the things. Let's just shift click that in there. Aha, and we're also going to need glass, I believe, and some invar. Let's get glass from in here, 1, 2, and the invar in our smeltery. Okay, so another cool thing, or another cool use with invar, you can actually make shears out of invar, which have like double the durability of iron shears. Cool, our very first machine frame, that's also part of a quest, so I believe we could probably hand that other quest in as well. Let's quickly check it. I believe it was in the technological revolution. Aha, that's going to give us a machine frame and some more of that stuff. Do I pick invar or electrum? I'll pick invar, because I will use invar for shears, and I won't really use too much electrum. Cool, that's unlocked some more stuff. Let's also hand in, was it under basic survival? Not that. The glacial precipitator. Yeah, we need to actually make it, don't we? Stupid. Okay, so let's throw that in there, and yes, we have a glacial precipitator. Obviously, this is going to require water and also power to run, so I may also want to set up an aqueous accumulator as well. I believe that's probably a lot harder to make than anything else. It's probably disabled, to be honest. No, oh, but it needs okay, it needs 64k fluid storage and enderium, so that ain't going to happen anytime soon. We may actually just have to connect the glacial precipitator via this water production thing. May even set it up with the fluid transposer. Who knows? And we got some power source down here as well, so we should be okay. Also, this guy has been running for ages. Let's put some more coal in there. Cool. So I'll try and hook up the glacial precipitator for the next episode and make some more PCBs and stuff, some more logic expansion cards so we can make some more machines. I may also expand and start building a base down here. I think if I'm going to build a base, it's going to be on the other side of this wall, so we can kind of connect to all the stuff that we've already built, because otherwise it's kind of a waste. Also think about doing another generator, because this is saying about an ender generator. What the hell is a high golem? Okay, I'm going to claim that reward. I don't know what the hell it's going to do. Yeah, I may think about making this ender generator. Let's see how hard that's going to be. Ender generator. Ender pearls, eyes of ender. Another. That's not too hard, actually. I've got a few ender pearls. I don't think I've got enough to make that, though. I've only got like 2 in here because this doesn't really trap Enderman. So we'll have to think about making a grinder and a mob farm before we do that. That's going to have to wait till the next episode, unfortunately. Got a bunch of cold water. I'm not too sure how useful cold water is really, but we've got some. And we can make more now that we've got a glacial precipitator. But yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Really helps me out. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.